Hi everyone, it's Miss Maegan here once again and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be discussing the common functions of noun in the sentence. We all know that a noun is a part of speech that is used to refer to people, places, things, events, etc. And it has different functions in the sentence. Now, if you want to know more about it, keep on watching. Let us begin with the most common function of a noun, and that is as a subject. A subject is who or what is being talked about in the sentence. Here are two examples. My family loves me. The books are heavy. In the first sentence, we are talking about family, and this is a noun functioning as a subject. In the second sentence, the books are heavy. We only have one noun also, and that is books. Since we are talking about books here being heavy, this is identified as a subject. So it's very clear, a noun functions as a subject when it is the one being talked about in the sentence. Next is a subject complement. Now, if you have already watched my previous video about basic sentence patterns, I already talked about subject complement there. Now, a subject complement completes the subject. Usually, it is used to describe or to rename the subject. I have here two examples also. My brother is a programmer, and she is my friend. In the first sentence, we have two nouns, brother and programmer. Now, we're talking about my brother, and therefore this is a subject. The word programmer here completes the subject, and it is linked by a linking verb. Okay? My brother is the programmer that I'm pertaining to, and the programmer here is my brother. So this one is the subject complement. Second, she is my friend. Unlike in the first sentence, we only have one noun here, and that is friend. We're talking about her. She is the subject, but since this is a pronoun, let us not focus on this anymore. Anyway, usually pronouns have the same function also because they are just used to replace the noun. She is my friend. Friend here completes our subject she, and the friend being pertained here is she, and she is described as my friend. And this is linked by a linking verb. This is a subject complement. Nouns also function as a direct object. We have here three clues for us to easily identify the direct object. It answers the question what or whom after the verb, and it receives the action done by the subject. Example. I play chess. I play what? Chess. This is the direct object. Now, it receives the action of playing done by the subject me. What is being played by me? Chess. Therefore, this is our direct object. Second sentence, he threw the ball. We have here only one noun, and that is the ball. We're talking about him throwing what? Ball. This is our direct object. We also have an indirect object. And an indirect object answers the question to whom or for whom. And it receives the DO or the direct object. Now, a while ago, we have DO answering the question what or whom after the verb and receives the action. An indirect object answers the question to whom or for whom, and it receives the direct object. Example, I gave my mother a present. Now, we have here two nouns, mother and present. The subject of our sentence is I. This is a pronoun, subject. The verb is gave, and I gave what? What is given by the subject? A present or a gift. So this one is the direct object. Now, who receives the direct object? Mother. Therefore, mother is our indirect object. Again, mother here receives the direct object present, and it answers the question, for whom is the present given by the subject? In our second sentence, we have 1, 2, 3 nouns. Lian, mommy, letter. Now, Lian is our subject, a noun functioning as a subject. Lian sent what? A letter. This is a noun functioning as a direct object. Now, who received the direct object here? Mommy. Therefore, mommy is a noun functioning as an indirect object. The fifth noun function that I want to discuss is the object of preposition. Now, we have here preposition, and this is a class of words, the little words in the sentence that denotes time, place, location, or direction. Now, usually, examples of preposition are of, through, by, with, along, across. So you may search for more examples because there are really lots of prepositions, and you have to be familiar with all these for you to easily identify whether the noun is functioning as an object of the preposition. Because when there is a preposition, the noun after that is already considered an object of the preposition. We call the preposition plus the object of the preposition a prepositional phrase. For example, above the ground. We have here the preposition above. This is a preposition. And the noun after the preposition is ground. This is a noun. Now, since it is the noun after the preposition, we consider this as an object of the preposition above. And the preposition plus the object of the preposition is called a prepositional phrase. Alright, bear with my penmanship. I know it's not that good. No, it's not really good. Okay, the students walk after their teacher. Let us count how many nouns are present in the sentence. We have 1 and 2. Let's underline the students and teacher. Now, students here, since we're talking about the students, this is the subject. And students walk after their teacher. We observe that there is the presence of a preposition here. And I already mentioned a while ago that a noun after the preposition is called an object of the preposition. So we have here teacher, a noun functioning as an object of the preposition. Another example. I am adventurous, so I have here my example. I jumped over the big rock. How many nouns are present? We only have one, and that is rock. Now, I jumped over the big rock. I is our subject. It is a pronoun. Jumped over the big rock. We have here a preposition, over. And the noun after the preposition is rock. Therefore, this is our object of the preposition. Now, please do not be so confused even if there are lots of words before the OP because these are just modifiers. We have the article and an adjective here. You may just ignore them if you just want to identify the object of the preposition in the sentence. I know you are familiar to this one because I also discussed this in my previous tutorial. And the object complement here is called complement because it completes the meaning of our object. Example. Let's analyze the pattern of this sentence. I is our subject. Appointed is the verb. I appointed whom? Who was appointed by me? It's him. So this is a direct object. It is a pronoun, so I just wrote it very little. Okay? Now, I appointed him is not yet complete. Now, to complete the meaning of our direct object, we have here an object complement. Okay? I appointed him as what? as skipper. Again, object complement completes the meaning of the object. Papa calls me Egan. We have here two nouns, Papa and Egan. Papa here functions as a subject. Papa calls whom? Who is called by Papa? Me. But it's not yet complete. This is our direct object. Now to complete the meaning of the sentence, we have here Egan. Papa calls me as what? As Egan. Now take note. If there is the presence of the word as, well, if you're going to construct the sentence this way, there is no problem with that. However, if there is the presence of this word as in the sentence, Egan here is no longer the object complement, completing the meaning of a DO, because as is a preposition. And since this is a preposition, the noun after it is already the object of the preposition. Remember that. Next, we have noun modifier as the function of a noun. Now, a modifier describes noun or pronoun. A noun modifier actually can be easily identified because it follows another noun. Here, I often buy Spanish bread. We have here two nouns, Spanish and bread. I here is the subject, buy is the verb. Now, I often buy what? Bread. So here, the noun functions as a direct object because it receives the action of buying done by the subject. The question is, what kind of bread is being pertained in the sentence? Is it a loaf bread or any kind of bread? No, it is a Spanish bread. Therefore, Spanish here in a form is a noun, but it functions as a noun modifier because this is a noun modifying another noun. We have here two nouns, class and president. Noun beside another noun. Now, what is our subject? Who is being talked about here? The president is responsible. So we have here the subject. Now, what president is described here? Okay, is it the president of the organization? The president of the country? No, it's the class president. It's a noun modifying another noun. Therefore, this is classified as a noun modifier. We also have a positive. A positive is like an accessory. It gives detail. And a positive is like an accessory in the sentence. It's like how accessories function to us. It gives additional detail, but whether it is present or not, it's still the same thing. Example, I always feed my dog Pompo. Now, I is the subject, feed is our verb, I feed whom? My dog. I feed my dog, therefore this is our direct object. Now we still have another word here. The word Pompo here renames the dog. It gives additional detail to this noun and therefore this is considered an appositive. Meaning to say, if I remove Pompo here, still the sentence has the same meaning. I always feed my dog. Next example. Denver, my student, is a jolly person. We have here 1, 2, 3 nouns. 3 nouns. Denver, first noun is the subject. My student, student here, if you would notice, there is the presence of a comma before and after the appositive. Because an appositive is usually separated by 2 commas. Before and after. Now, my student here adds information to Denver. My student here is an appositive. Person here is a subject complement. Who is the jolly person being pertained to? Denver. How is Denver described? The jolly person. The last noun function that I will discuss to you is the noun of direct address or the NODA. The noun of direct address or NODA is the person spoken to in the sentence. Example. In my sentence, where have you been, Zaira? This question, where have you been, is addressed to Zaira. You here is our subject. Zaira is the noun of direct address. Now, a direct address is separated from the rest of the sentence using a comma. If you will analyze the sentence, Zaira is the one spoken to in the sentence. Mom, look at this. Here, this is our noun of the direct address because it's separated by a comma. And look at this is addressed to mom. But ma'am, what is our subject in the sentence if mom here is considered Noda? If that is an imperative sentence or a sentence that gives request or command, always it's you. It is just omitted. Okay, so this is our subject. Now that I'm done discussing with you the 9 noun functions, let me just enumerate once again all those. We have subject, subject complement, direct object, indirect object, object of the preposition, noun modifier, object complement, appositive, and the noun of direct address. And to you, my dear students, for your task, I want you to construct a paragraph about your summer class experience. Underline all the nouns present and identify how they function. So still, we follow the same format. Thank you so much for watching and God bless you all. I hope you learned something from me and please, please, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.